like the sound. I have these which you can't change. You can't really see them on these earpieces, which you can't change the sound on.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
And the reason why I can't hear it. Oh, alright. Oh, I'll just change it a bit again. Because I had accidentally changed the volume on my headphones. Hello there. Would you like to die?
Freeze!
Leave it all to me.
I ranked up well, right? I remember to do that. I think I did. I got sushi today. On a sushi restaurant opened up nearby. And yes, I ranked now up. I have no level up. Hey. My cat can smell the sushi. What is not doing? Hey,
Finally done.
And away you go!
I might just lock him out of the living room. I'll make the door so he can't get back inside. And open up the when that
Picked the wrong test subject.
I alla fall så respekterar du mig. At least you're respectful. The kitten not so much. It's over there. You'll probably just try and snag a piece. Nej. I'll just like us say I want my sushi, so I'm just gonna go and close them out of the living room.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
So going back. You're supposed to break these, right? Let me check. Pretty sure that's the case. So why do they not break? Why did they make unbreakable chopsticks? Supposed to break from like right here, right? There we go. Since we just opened up, I was able to get 2 of these for the price of 1. Which is why I'm testing the crispy California, whatever it's called. What's it called? I don't think so. There we go.
I must leave no stone unturned.
There's still a long...
Drop!
Boom. Last but not least, you. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Starfall!
Did I miss one? I feel like I missed one. Oh, that one. I heard a sound. Is it some kind of puzzle?
Drop! Ha! Starfall!
That just turned everything off. Okay, I think there's some gal hidden puzzle. Anyway. I'm pretty sure I also ranked up the
Away I go!
I'm just gonna double check. Okay, completed. Yep. I ranked up that. Let's headed to the ultimate table. I'm gonna do so myself. Amber is still ranked up. I'm just getting some event currency by auto playing levels. You know, when you complete a level, you can auto play it. But then with the things set up, it's really like good enough.
I'm out of here! Come on out! Shake!
Check it out.
Starfall! Drop!
Don't remember the defenses as well.
Starfall!
And done.
Can't catch me!
There we go. We take this one. They were a bit spicy, actually. Oh, there's some kind of salty inside. A bit sweet.
Seems like I should have
It's
just
a lot
stayed
bigger
in
than I
bed
thought.
today.
Well, what's out here? Got something to do in. I'm not against spicy food, but Like, I'd like to have something to drink at least. Hello.
Another test.
I'm out of here. You're toast.
There we go, I'm back. Got some pickle, chocolate milk. Yeah, that pickle's a bit spicy. That's really why I'm looking for 1 hour to see.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
I like PhD message at least the one that Pokeballs in me got that one restaurant which was
And away I go.
That tingles of fury. Fry.
So about you take care of him?
How's this?
Oh, I'm just doing a slowly in there. There are the blood.
That tingle.
Oh, so sorry.
That tingle. That tingle.
Oh, I cannot perform this action during combat. I cannot read something, but
Out of the frying
I
pan,
can
into the
fucking
fire.
cook. I just sit down and grow an egg, so I can't read on the side.
Nice and spicy.
Have a little taste.
Yeah, I agree. I also like spicy, but
It's a fury.
this one's just that I didn't really like too much. It's okay. Maybe I'll become a bit less spicy or when it's been in the fridge for 2 hours at least.
Freeze.
Guess I just got home from buying it. That was the last thing to get before I headed back home.
Tataki.
Tataki! Mother!
Meet my
Meet my ski.
Fry.
Meet my ski.
Got careless.
Meet my skiing. Steve Steven, my skiing.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Yeah, I noticed. You're not the brightest, now are you? Okay, go by you guys like that. Right down the low way. Mervyn smoked chicken. There we go. No one has anything for that one. Out of the people that. Oh, I ran out of ingredients. Ah, cabbages, of course. Make some smoked fowl. Make more sugar. Make some ham. Keep some. Step out of the fire. Well, all of them are very close to waypoints, which I like. Okay, that piece just went straight out the sushi piece.
Is there time for a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time.
No worry, that's sushi, it's fine. Danger Paul. The slime balloon.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
Everybody's fishing. Oh, now I'm hungry. Oh, that makes sense just a moment. So, have a... It's a pretty good strategy. Yeah, I was taking a lot of damage now. Bam, 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 bam. I like using Sayu for this, it's pretty good. Because she'll teleport, so you can spam her attacks because she'll teleport so you catch her up. And you can also do that. She gets affected by any element, she does even more damage. Thank you, sir! Thank you, kind sir.
I'm out of here! Make my escape. Starball!
I'm not touching the controller right now.
Can't catch me!
Yeah, this is like record time.
Drop!
Bam, 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 bam. Perfect. There we go. I'm just going to double check so it isn't just an update summary again for whatever reason. While I'm at it, I guess you could eat some sushi piece. Okay, it's both the preview page and update summary. It's the two things that always pop up for me for no goddamn reason. Oh, I'm almost 33. And the last one's over here, which is Hot Sinzin? Who's that? What's the name of the streamer? I forgot it. Oh yeah, liyue Adventure. I forgot completely if I was going to eat sushi. I was going to name something that was sushi in it. Like Genshin versus sushi or something like that. But I completely forgot about it, of course.
Bye!
Bye. Oh. Oh, we got a golden bass. I managed to step up on that. Oh, another golden bass.
Rest assured, the cheese seems top right.
Yeah, I just ruined this entire part. Dodo. Oh no. Dodo. Dodo. Be a good girl. You'll only get better if you take your medicine. Oh. No, I don't want to. I hate it. It tastes gross. What's wrong? Hello. Oh, hello, traveler. Dodo is quite a sickly child. This is the medicine she needs to take. According to the prescription Dr. Baisu gave me. But she refused to take it to place she doesn't like taste. Unfortunately, herbal medicine is bitter. That's just how it is. The only time she ever agrees to take this, she first gets to have a bowl of almond tofu afterward. Oh. Don't pick. I should stay here, I mean. What illness does she have? I wish I knew. Whatever it is, Dr. Bart says it's nearly impossible to cure, and that just keeping the state takes a lot of medication. First, she might need to take medicine her whole life, and starting at such a young age, it doesn't bear me. I just wish I were the one with the illness, but the best I can hope for is that we don't get any worse for the poor child. Anyway, please go and fetch my portion. This moment. I had it in my pocket already. It might be a bit old.
But I don't want to.
Oh, we heard her voice. She sounds like a gremlin, like some kind of gremlin monster. Hey, if you take your medicine, I got some almond tofu for you. Almond tofu? But I still have to take the medicine first. Dodo, be a good girl, I'll give over to take your medicine, and fresh almond tofu waiting for you. What? But Mr. Bice is so clever. Why can't he make the almond tofu flavor? Whew. Let's give almond tofu to a ghost? No, not just one ghost, 2 ghosts. Kai, this is not the time to show off that you're a playboy with a lot of money. I mean, this is not the time to just stretch and show your armpits and entire well, people fantasize that. Not now, I mean. But the deal is today went surprisingly quickly. But normally takes like 10 minutes longer. Afterwards. Now let's teleport out to this half of the way. And we can... Oh, that's where I put it. I put it on the floor without realizing it. Hey! Look at me, I can grab these. Can barely see them because... Okay. Oh.
Add Astra.
Abyssal.
Add
Level
Astra.
33, there we go. Let's go. A Genshin. Okay. How many fates do I have now?
Add Astra Abyssal.
I still got expedition rewards to claim. I think we got to. I have 10 of... Oh yeah, I got enough for 10. I got 10. I got 10 of them, but it's random guys. Yeah, I remember. It was. I noticed that right after I ended stream yesterday. So good on you, Roman, for remembering. We can do a 10 roll. Let's hope we get a character. 4-star. Bennett! Okay. Note self, do not C6 Bennett. Okay, we've got a good character. He's very good with his ult actually. And it's just overall very fun to use with... Ah! Look up Spinny Boy! And a new sword. Or a weapon, I meant. Slingshot. If a normal shot attack hits a target within during fired. Okay. Oh. No, I've decreased damage, but no. Okay. So basically, if you use it as a shotgun, you'll be able to use it. If not, it'll be useless. I can do more because of that. I got one more there. Now I should have. No, mine is just 3 still. I have 3 of each. Will you just let go? No? Future let go. Okay, let's split it in half, okay? Look for Zhongli.
Liyue is really got a lot going
Oh,
for it.
how the wolves prey upon the
Wait, aren't you from Monster? Doesn't even dare to eat that. Hey, or himself. So yeah, that's how it is. Hey, fuck. What? That's fucking good. Spice and salt flavor face no taste of the actual ingredient. It will be more shocking taste, but I didn't expect all of it. We'll consult the travel guide again to see should hang next. Okay. And there's still someone who speaks Sim in the back. Also, how the fuck did I get water applied to it?
And away I go!
Ba ba da ba ba. Okay, it's over here.
Is there anything I can do for you two?
Undertaker.
I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this, we had better go and make sure that
Zhongli, are you good? Zhongli, my man, are you good? I have lost my faith in Shao. Way to work, Focus.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
The notification for somebody comment, and it's a link to a porn site, so I will go ahead and delete that comment as soon as I can, which is right now. I just don't want anything like that on my channel. This is another link. Remove. Remove, I said. There we go. This is annoying. For some reason, people love to just put stuff like that in my comment section. I'm not sure if it's like some kind of virus on my phone, but I don't think it is.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure. Oh, it seems that some of your.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
Signora!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it?
No.
I'm glad you still remember my name.
The land of freedom.
Ah,
America.
right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
You seem like a nice dude.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
I know. But still. Lie to my face.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you?
Seaweed?
Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
That good?
What in the world are you talking?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now...
How sanctimonious.
I mean, I did have my suspicions.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio?
Why are you surprised? I said this a billion times
No,
already.
wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best, as you know. I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years.
Yes.
It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time.
Yes.
I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come.
But it did come.
Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age?
Yeah,
I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my...
Huh? That doesn't...
On the contrary,
that's good.
I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
God of... You're the god of contract.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
You did the same to me, you asshole.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the liyue saying, don't always call it as you
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Can I keep down there?
Fine.
No?
I'll meet you there later.
Okay.
I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Alright.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Now what can I offer you?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was... My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
You can't just straight up tell us? Okay. I guess we'll go and bury the Exuvia. Or take for a while, like. What? It would go around and telling everyone that Morex faked his death. It would be seen as crazy. You want to retire.
Today's the day of the rite of parting.
Oh, finally.
Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
I completely agree, actually. I do not spend all that goddamn time just for it all go to waste. That was a perfect landing, I might say. Okay. I didn't know I had wall hacks.
Drop! Starfall!
There we go. Up. I'm going to be on top. Go on top of this thing.
Drop!
So the last thing I do. Up a lantern or not.
Starfall!
And we're up on the top. And we get nothing, of course. That's why we do.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yeah, I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Okay.
Of your personal safety. What if Master finds out?
Don't eat all of us the bad ones, if any at all.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth it. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank.
The Fatui? They certainly are very...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect...
I'll be around to protect you. But not for long, I'll be going to Inazuma soon. Inazuma. That's on better in my head.
Hear ye all! The Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of liyue to grieve not, and nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Convincing, but I'm not convinced.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how... Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said, Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
I think it hit the bullseye on this
Exactly,
one.
right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a
Look. And the reason why Zhang Li knows all of this stuff is because he's seen it before.
Look, it's Ningguang and Kuqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
Oh, geez.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
Yes.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Just wait for a while I go out and open the door so cats can come back in. The little one likes to explore us to go into a little nook and cranny, so I was just double checking so I didn't accidentally because I forgot the refrigerator open. Thankfully I noticed that now. Now that has been almost an hour, but I was just checking so that she wasn't in like some guild locker. Here she is. Here they are. Hello, Madame Payne. Will you give me the eternity of the...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yes?
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
She's talking to us, Power. What do you expect?
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
Oh, thank you.
The liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long.
Inzuba?
Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
What? Huh? ... If you didn't know...
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
What? She spoke? She spoke. Fuck.
Mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
Yes. I believe it. Oh. Hello, man.
As for the mortals and Adepti of liyue,
does that count? Yes, it did.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Yeah? Yeah? But what the fuck? She spoke! She fucking spoke! What is this witchcraft? This never happened.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this!
Word
Everyone in Liyue is
forever.
caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
Game at that photo, right? You're very cute when you do that.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
Kiosk.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some 3rd round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Liyue kiosk. Are you sure you...
You're right. I do like the Mora.
What would Moras like?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that.
Cat 08050.
I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli,
fun
traveling
journey.
the streets of Liyue with you.
That was a lovely journey.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
That is true. One parting would be death.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the 7.
Yeah, that journey will continue forever. Let's for up
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Closed?
Yes. The nation has been closed. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue prefer to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Raiden Shogun.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
Raiden.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were before saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense. Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case.
I'll give you a call.
It wasn't that bad last year.
It's because Inazuma didn't exist last year, Paimon.
Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those.
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessed?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
I would just, like, put it away and not carry it with me.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts.
The god of eternity.
For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh, well, more.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your nose since Morax is dead. Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish.
It will.
But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
Use it to do alchemy, which people will do. Inflation will happen, or deflation. The deflation will happen.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, Paimon actually acknowledges something. Hey.
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave some.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside?
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
Yeah, you're pretty useless when it comes to find.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? That was a good one. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Well, what's that?
About that! Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for liyue?
Like, well, my girl, Keqing.
Keqing is absolutely right in saying this.
I say Keqing, because that's what I hear all over the place. Vad länge sedan du låg ungefär? Hasn't heard for a
Now,
while.
though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation.
Boat.
Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Yeah, a new update is what you're talking about. Which has released, so it's the second last. New Star Bridge. Yeah! Constellations and 5 fucking Prime Gems. Let's go! Useless amount. Hooray! Nice if we can give us a few more Prime Gems. At least. At least for a lot of achievements. Iron Feather Content. Oh yeah, this is the second time I've fought. I had one that I didn't have. I think the first one was for Noel. Yeah, this one I thought I had was why do I do it around a lot of people like once? Why do I keep thinking that?
To think that the Geo Archon had signed a contract with the Cryo Archon. I wonder what the contents of their agreement were.
Paimon doesn't care who you are. Making a deal with the Tsaritsa is super dangerous.
Be that as it may. Since Morax is the god who understands the basis of contracts the best, he's definitely given this some thought.
Well, that's true. Morax himself called it the contract to end all contracts.
I trust that we will witness the truth and its denouement play out.
Denouement. Whatever that means. Oh. Talk to Catherine and Master. Wait, Catherine? That was a while ago, actually. Last time was yesterday, but I think. A teapot to call home. Good. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. And I have completed another of these. They will get another key. And since I'm not level 40 yet, I'll unlock. Well, that one I can't unlock. Okay, like hawk. Oh, okay, you're leaving now. Ballspring of Heal, Sands of Heal. I'll take Bennett because I just unlocked Bennett. If anybody want decide which one I'm going to do next, get next. Oh, that's a cool animation. They said talk to Catherine in one stat. I suppose I could do that. Or I could go and get myself a Serenity teapot. Yes, in Serenity teapot. Yes, it ends with T. So I think teapot. Also, it is a teapot. Since Barbados is the god of freedom, Zhongli, or Morax, and Rex Lapis, is known as the god of contracts, all a Raiden Shogun, but normally it would be pronounced Raiden Shogun, at least from my experience. No one ever said Raiden.
Ah, children, come. You've arrived.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you.
A gift? For Paimon?
You're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
I was trying to be nice.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard you... That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you.
In the middle of the night when they're
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What's subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks... I will not go into too much detail, but subspace... The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power.
Especially moving the seas.
But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Yeah, we're job-hopping idiots with a lot of power.
Settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, you would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And but almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today.
Dihua Marsh is
even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly, but in any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
Probably not to me.
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who's the child?
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help...
Yes.
Yeah?
I suppose...
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in liyue Harbor?
Yeah.
We seem to bump...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few...
I'm back, Granny.
Who are you?
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Can't remember your name.
Allow me to do the honors.
Yanfei.
This child here is Yanfei. She's the one
I
helping run some
recognized her. I knew
errands
what
for
character
me.
she was. I couldn't remember her name.
I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling
Also,
companion.
her voice is not what I would expect.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records.
She sounds like Amber.
You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Qixing. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yanfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me.
Oh, so you're a lawyer.
Oh, yes. Here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
Okay, so we go to her once, then we never talk to her again.
All right, Yanfei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment.
People assume I could just fake my death and fake becoming a cocoon, and then just slowly dig my way out. It's like escape from prison, but it's a cocoon. And people think
you
you're
have to excuse Yanfei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either.
Don't worry, I have
Looks
my
like
ways
the Ministry of
finding
Civil
stuff.
Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
I guess I'll have to do a side quest to open it back.
Is that so? Yanfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly...
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's definitely a no-go. But there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
It's like who I had a crush
Commercial
on
consultancy.
5 years.
Or Snezhnaya. Found him. Krusel.
Oh.
A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare... He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find... Oh, you want to join me?
Are close to
I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Let's go to tell... Do you want me to
imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's the first for sure.
Where is Logan? The words blend together. Both of them are green rocks.
Best we be a little more...
But I want that goddamn teapot so I can fish, So I can get both a trident, but mainly the goddamn 5th great sword. I want that fucking great sword. It's hilarious. So I want it. But don't get that goddamn fish. I'm getting the fist. At least I want to get the trident if anything. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
You can see that I have a sword dissension in the background. You could see it. But still, they made it so you have a fucking dull blade in the cutscene when you fight.
Very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins. Have there...
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus Jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus Jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus Jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhi Qiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhi Qiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
You should really tell him. You should really tell him that Smaragdus Jadeite is dangerous in long-term perspective. Ivanovich. Hello, was the motto. Oh, so it's you. Well, you've seen what happened at Liyue Harbor. Yes, it gave us all quite fright. I thought it might be in the west for a while longer, but order was restored very quickly. Quite something indeed. But whether it was to stabilize the situation or otherwise, the Minister of Civil Affairs has released a whole slew of new bulletins and regulations. I wish to continue doing business. I've been out and about these few days, trudging my way through a deluge of paperwork, administrative procedures, and submitting all the applications that the regulations require. But Clerk Xia said that I also need to apply for a new business permit and told me to stay tuned for any more announcements. I've been running around several days now for a new few procedures I've yet to finish, but don't have any left spreadsheet. Walton's Traveler, could you please help see if there's any news on the new business permits? I got it. I'll do it at some point. Now if it's next year, yeah, it's another thing entirely. Is my phone fully charged yet? Yes, it is. For some reason when I see 120, I think 60 times 2. And 6 minutes is... yeah. Okay, I'm still on the right path. Nowhere will this appear soon. Now if that's a small explosion, that's not my problem. Unless anyone sues me, then it's my problem because Fel is not around anymore. We're not as close as we used to be. God damn. She's on me. Who's the other girl?
Starfall!
Oh, I thought it was an old lady for some reason.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, are you Shikwa?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice. My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off.
Understand.
We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, well, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me, but now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe this is the part where we say we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Monsieur Chow, would you...
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right.
Let me see.
She's a lawyer. She can find any loophole.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juqiao somehow.
That would be a little unfair to Crossell.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Find the hairpins?
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as... Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Juqiao looks like she's about to faint.
Don't worry, we'll help.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
I've heard of
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the Jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please, don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item. However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer.
No?
I'll go in and...
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hair. So hold on a moment, Monsieur Chow. When you first...
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstone set in... My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of...
Smooth to the touch. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr.
Crossell. People call him. Hello there. Hello there.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Juqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins?
About that.
Place the law of the hairpins.
You lost them? Are you serious?
I'm sorry. Truly I am.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes. And if I may, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Good hunter would be good. At least for my tummy. But it's not optimal now that we're a liyue of all places. And yes, that was. Now where's Anne? Administrator. What's the matter? You just at the right of descent. The streets have been filling up with left. The tension in the air hangs over us like shadow. Doors are enclosed, but you know as well as I do how liyue often does business with other nations, how many people from every nation live in our city. For brothers' prosperity and a fair amount of cultural exchange too, this incident has caused many such people to be very ill at ease. I've been making preparations to try and calm people down, but no. Yeah. I've been to Manstad and liyue. I haven't been to Nasuma yet. Also, I'm going to head very soon, I hope. Also, I'm going to head to my personal little teapot realm to help me calm some of our guests down. I'll see this done in 5 years or so, when we stop supporting Genshin Impact, I guess. Yay! No! Farewell. Where did Val go? Where are ghost birds? No! Not ghost birds! Who gonna call? Ghost birds! There we go, perfect place.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you—
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may not—
I'm not surprised.
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality.
I know.
It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time.
Probably
not even the slightest bit unwell.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossell's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and—
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. And then he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone.
Yeah.
After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
A very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my
you're
disposal.
not some kind of TV
I'll
show.
share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything?
If I had one more for every time I hear the word contract, I would have two more.
Concerned with them than a certain
Which is not much,
else we
but
know.
it's weird to happen twice.
These are my
The
formal
light
terms
is
of
turned on.
engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to any work commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and
So
then sign
if
on this
anything
page
goes
as well.
wrong, we can go home to you and kill your parents.
And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5,
Oh,
7, and on the very last
okay,
page.
wait,
Finally, if you could just use this ink
I
pad
was
to make a
just
handprint over
thinking
here.
like some kind of crime boss. Time is getting at it.
Contract has so many pages.
Such an ordeal.
Alright, that should do it. My fees are
How
the
much
same as
less and less
always, and they're written in
intelligent?
the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Need me to?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case...
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you...
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he
pirate.
has, in fact, secured some.
She has been described as Yeo-Ning
Whether
Wang.
he actually made it into an item
Or,
of jewelry or not
Fire
is a
Ning
separate
Wang.
matter. But either way,
Let's see.
it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their
Yeah.
advantage, I won't stand for it.
This is what lawyers
But again,
are for.
let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... I've got it. Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery.
Oh,
He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore.
Oh. Knock this over. Yeah, I
If
know.
Mr. Crossel had his ore
I
work done
won
at all,
first
Chateau
time.
would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
I won first try. Yeah. Actually, yeah. I could have gotten some green hairpins.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you. Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever...
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnayan merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnayan merchant named... I do remember that. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as
He
per his
had this
request.
planned.
Do you have any leftover...
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all,
don't-
so
that's
I kept
definitely
a
not
few loose
Jade.
shavings to study myself
Jade is
later.
a dark green.
There.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
You can search Jade into Google, you'll find dark green. Nothing blue or any of the sort. At least that would be very rare. And that's light green I'm talking about.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings. Yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy.
Yeah,
Smaragdus
my
nephrite
elemental
is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no
Is that so? So, did you find anything?
Not trace of elemental energy.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao is able to tell what it was just by looking at...
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't Cheetos tell them?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them
Yeah.
would find it very difficult to tell them apart.
Hmm.
There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so...
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says...
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course.
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yenfei.
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
Yeah, we just got somebody who's trying to scam a random woman for loads of money. And he might even have hired somebody to take
This hard evidence to back us up. Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this
Yeah.
is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling.
Yeah.
If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think.
Shit. Huh. Gotta catch
Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Sinxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you...
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us.
Yeah, a law is one kind of contract. You live on these lands, you shall follow the contract of living on these lands.
But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems, as such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Yeah, you need to do that as a lawyer. That's like the reason why you exist. Is this how adept I become so adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus.
Yeah.
I just like reading things.
Me too, but I'm not a lawyer.
Again with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Sings.
And change your voice to Japanese. Audio, no, language. Voice or language, Japanese. Alchemy. No, go into regular form immediately out of nowhere. Yeah, that seems about right. Leyline Sprout. Mist Grass. Ominous mask. I still need Inazuma resources. Crystal Marrow and Spectral Husk. Combat Override? What? I gotta read up on this. This is the call effect from targets increase. While nearby part members' attack is increased. This effect lasts. Okay, it's not as fun and cool as I thought. Because in her game, she can take control of machines. If she sneaks up on them, she can just straight up override, like, to just stick her hacking end of her spear because she has one stabby end, and then she has one hacking end. She does this and that, and just hacks them. And overrides the protocols that says, like, murder me. Murder your fellow machines instead. That kind of overrides the murder Aloy part. Oh, it's her. I've been here before.
エイさん、今日は何をしにここへ？もしかして以前のお客さんはもう問題ない。今回は違う要件で来た。
Somehow that's actually feels like exciting.
クロッサルという商人から装飾品職人への仲介を頼まれたことはあるか？ クロッサル。覚えてるわ。スネージナヤの商人でしょ。確かに鉱石を持ってきたことがある。水角石と言ったかしら。彼から渡されたかんざしの設計図はとても複雑なものだったから、経験豊富な職人を探すのに苦労したわ。その後、その依頼はとても時間がかかってね。つい先日終わったばかりだから。
なんだか証拠と言えるものはなさそうだな。
正規さん、もう一度確認させてほしい。クロッサルさんが職人への仲介を依頼してきた時、ここに。間違いないわ。その髪飾りは高価な材料をふんだんに使っていたから値段も高かったの。クロッサルさんはその過程を知らなかったみたいだったから、ちょうど書類の写しがあるわよ。ほら、水角報酬のかんざし。登録された鉱石の種類は確かに水角石。総務士の印鑑も押されてある。正規さん、この書類を貸してもらえないか？いいわよ。どうせ私には何の役にも立たない書類だから。エイさん、もしかして。大丈夫。ちょっとしたことだから。この書類は使い終わったら返す。ありがとう。
なんでみんな同じ反応をするんだ？
よーし、証拠も揃ってきた。最後に不袋の白術さんのところへ行こう。
首に蛇を巻いてるやつだろ？何か用でもあるのか？
水角石が人体に有害であることを証明する正式な書類は彼にしか作成できないから。その最後の証拠を手に入れたらこの件も終われそうだ。
By the laws of the land, we have to change the language to get to Chinese and Korean as well. Let's gotta get there first. My enemy. Staircase. Goodness.
颯のごとく。
One moment. Language Korean. Hello. Oh, you are a man. Sorry, I'm confused.
귀한 손님이 오셨군요. 혹시 치치를 찾아온 건가요? 치치는 지금 약초를 캐러 갔어요. 그리고
연비 씨라니 더욱 귀한 손님이네요. 무슨 일이신가요? 설마 또 어떤 무식한 사람이 저희 가게 약이 효과가 없다며 생떼를 쓴 건 아니겠죠?
아니에요. 이번엔 제가 백 선생님한테 물어보고 싶은 게 있어서 왔어요. 혹시 취가감에 대해서 알고 있나요?
취가감? 제 기억엔 7장 산경의 제6주석에 그 광석에 대한 내용이 적혀 있었어요.
He kind of reminds me of Roswell from ReZero, but not really.
7장 산경에는 이 광석은 산속의 옥수를 따라 자라는데 평범한 사람이 이 광석을 건드리면 화를 당한다고 나와 있죠. 이런 광석엔 확실히 원소의 힘이 강하게 흐르고 있어요. 만약 신의 눈이 없는 사람이 이 광석과 오랫동안 접촉할 경우 몸이 일이 있을 때만 찾아온다라는 말도 있잖아요. 연비 씨를 보니 특별히 이 일에 대해 물어보러 취가감의 양리적 특성을 증명하는 문서를 작성해달라고 온 거죠?
맞아요. 부탁 좀 드릴게요.
겨우 서류 한 통인걸요. 그렇게 어려운 일도 아니에요. 근데 여러분들 말고도 스네즈나야의 상인도 저에게 취가감에 대해서 물었어요. 하지만 그 사람은 제 대답을 듣고 유난히 실망하는 얼굴이었죠. 연비 씨가 지금 하고 있는 일이 이 스네즈나야의 상인과 관련된 건가요?
이 일은 백 선생님이 걱정하지 않으셔도 돼요. 서류 작성해 주셔서 감사해요. 나중에 다시 와서 인사드릴게요.
별 말씀을요. 조심히 가세요.
저 백출이라는 사람은 늘 똑같아. 항상 뭔가 이상해. 내 착각인가?
The fuck is that voice? We'll change back to Japanese now.
白術さんはいつもそうなんだ。証拠も集まったし、そろそろクロッサルさんのところへ向かおう。
Yeah, we'll do. And now for the painful part. Chinese. This does not look promising judging by how it was last time. With Ningguang, I kinda like the voice. I'm used to Japanese because I watch a lot of anime, I guess. Or used to at least.
燕飞小姐，你已经调查清楚了吗？应该可。
确实已经调查清楚了，赔偿金额我也差不多能够估出个价钱了。
That's kind of sounds to me.
那太好了，还请燕飞小姐就在这。
那是当然。按照契约中的规定，克罗索先生，你应当赔偿直巧小姐10倍于原。
好的。什么？
我赔
偿她？
没有搞错。根据我的调查和这些搜集来的物证，你出租给直巧小姐的翠绝双凤复云钗中的翠绝岩，实为翠寒岩。这份契约上写的清清楚楚，假一赔十，你应当赔偿给直巧小姐10倍于原价的摩拉。
物证？什么物证？燕飞小姐，你可不能这么评估，我可是花了大价钱专门收来的那份翠绝岩。你说我那副钗子上的翠绝岩是？
要证明你那份矿石的真假，当然就要用相关人员的证明了。旅行者，把我们找到的那份证明拿出来吧。这是从解翠行那里拿到的加工记录、石屑的样本，还有老板石头的证明文书。
那个老板自己都分不出哪是翠绝岩，哪是翠寒岩。再说了，翠寒岩本来就是翠绝岩的外层，我拜托他切削矿石，切出翠绝岩，留下翠寒岩，这不是很正常的事吗？
这种说法是没有。
那你们说我的矿石是假的，那也是没有实证的。大家谈事情的时候讲证据嘛。
第一份证据完全没用啊！这家伙好像从一开始就
讲律法、讲证据啊。我们正好也有一份很讲律法的证据呢，快点拿出来吧。是总务司的备案文件了，就是我们从明星斋的星希小姐那里拿到的那份文件。
哼，这备案文件不正是证明了我那副钗子是正品吗？这可是总……
这第二份证据也没用啊！这家伙的气焰还更嚣张了。
你说的很对。这么一看，
那是当然了，有这么多证明。
哎呀，稍等一下，我好像还有最后一份物证没有拿出来。旅行者，能不能拜托你帮忙拿出来一下？那才是最终。
这是
翠绝岩随山中石髓而生，常人触之必有灾殃。常人与其长时间接触，轻则身体抱恙，重则性格大变，重病不起。克罗索先生，你对翠绝岩的这种特性知情吗？我不知道。我猜你也不知道。但是你居然把这种……看来接下来就不是我的工作范畴，而是总务司的工作范畴了。对，不过既然你不知情，总务司那边应该也会考虑到这种情况，给你网开一笔。别担心，克罗索先生。我的这些证据，等一下都会公正的呈给总，到时候总务司审查这件案子的时候，还请克罗索先生列。
什么？等一下，
你知道？哎呀，克罗索先生，既然你明知道翠绝岩的这……
不是那个，我
不是，什么不是？难道你想说那块矿石？这样的话，克罗索先生，你可就要赔偿直巧小姐10倍于原价的摩拉喽。克罗索先生，你的答复呢？我和我的委托，
我。
燕飞小姐突然好有气势，好像完全换了一个人。
我承认，我的那个钗子上的矿石是可我也是倒霉呀！好不容易花了大价钱收了一小份翠绝岩，结果我收到这份翠绝岩之后。揣着戴了没几天就浑身难受，睡也睡不好，吃也……我就去布布卢问了问，然后才知道，这种石头压根就不能贴身戴。所以我就用了一份和翠绝岩看上去差不多的翠寒岩，做了真正的翠绝岩。我就一直放在一个特制的匣，因为怕被人看穿。这副钗子我还只敢租，不敢卖，而且第一次租给直巧，他就给弄丢了。
对呀，既然不是正品，那你还要直巧小姐？
我也不想啊。但我之前买翠绝岩的时候，我的几个生意伙伴都知道了，他们肯定都在盯着我，看我能。要是我卖假钗子的事情漏出去，我在这行就彻底混不下。
好了，诉苦环节到此结束，这些事我一点儿也不关心。总之，按照契约，你应该赔偿直巧小姐10倍于原价的摩拉。
10倍？10倍！
克罗索先生看起来好像也要昏倒了。
Not just faint, seems like just fall down that pile and start crying.
按照我和直巧小姐签订的契约，博取这份赔偿金的2成。
2成？我买那份翠绝岩才花了这么多钱。
Double, actually.
那个，不用的，不用赔我那么多钱。就算钗子上的翠绝岩是假的，我也确实弄丢了克罗索先生的钗子。
直巧小姐。
不过，克罗索先生，既然您拿那块翠绝岩没用，那不如就把它……
啊，我
好。
英菲小姐，这块翠绝岩给您，您看，这足够当做报酬了吗？
Maybe we'll go out together and have a lovely dinner.
虽然不太符合规矩， 不过算了，这次的事情真是多谢您了，燕飞小姐。等到您有空了，我一定会再次登门拜谢的。不用这么客气啦。对了，我再多问一句，指甲小姐，您是已经谅解克罗索先生了吗？咦，算是吧。我已经这样啊，那就好。克罗索先生，看来我的委托人谅解您了呢。
是啊，这样就好。这样。
除此之外，克罗索先生，其实我还想和从您设计的那副钗子里，我能看出您很擅长设计这类首饰。而我家则一直在做矿石生意，也存有一些很漂亮的矿石。如果能把您设计的这些首饰和我家里囤积的那些精品矿石结合起来，我想也许这会是一笔不错的生意。
这，您等我想一想。
好嘞，事情解决了，姥姥要的翠蕨岩也到手了，皆大欢喜，皆大欢喜。是呀，一般听说钗子丢了，我们的第一反应都是到处去找，从来没想过用这么一大堆文书来解决问题。
At least when young face speaks, time is still not completely wrong.
虽然最后还是没有找到钗子就是了。
Involve actually finding the hair.
是目的不同，需要使用的手段当然也不同了。我的委托人直角小姐的目的是减免赔偿，比起方便璃月找到钗子，证明那副钗子本身不值钱，才是更有效率的方法嘛。
The vendor had claimed it to be was more efficient. Can't say I met an adeptus like you before.
仙人，
You
之
seem
前
like a
你
lawyer
不是
to
也参
me
加了那场战
with
斗
some
吗？
firepower.
应该听姥姥说过了吧？
We should have a vision.
如今的璃月港已经可以说是一座人，比起那个无所谓的仙人身份，我觉得律法咨询师这份职业对我来说才，毕竟在现在的璃月港里，一名精通律法的律法咨询师可比一名仙人重要太多了。
I agree.
真不知道某人会怎么看待这个说法。
I think there is more than just reason involved here.
既然东西都找到了，那我们就回去找姥姥吧，她肯定等急了。
It's time to pay Granny a visit. Why isn't marked in blue? I know we'll go to Madame Pink. I'll bet she's been on a tenterhook for a while now. That's either English or Japanese. But I take English so I don't have to read as much. Why no voice lines?
Freeze!
There we go. I can listen to that kind of stuff which I have remembered all. Hello. Now the crisis palace here. Mario's becoming a mess because I'm going to headset for too long and wouldn't go. And just overall. All that just a few days ago, we saw a report for been intermittent earthquakes near Nyantanmen. We've sent someone to investigate, but we found everything to be completely normal. Lower garden. Yeah. Sure.
Where has Master gone this time?
Wait, it'll give me the teapot? Already? I'm not a little further away. When I Google it, said I need to be like 35. Okay. That's interesting, I suppose. I got that. Never mind, this is fine. And now we climb the outer wall. Barely make it. Oops. Man, I'm paying. I'm on my way after I steal these goddamn flowers. Huh? Oh, I didn't get this one dive. I just have to go and golden bass. Wait, that just gives me regular fish meat. So I don't have to take a golden bass. Would a bass that's a lisk be a basilisk?
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find this? Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Good. Good. Now.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
We have cookies.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your...
I'm off then. Bye. Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you.
Okay.
I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts, too.
Hopefully becoming terrorist.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not?
It's within the
if
laws
you have no
of
wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my
resistant
teapot.
to vision art degree. Perhaps like clean my teapot.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Youngsters these days.
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex. Indeed she is. Liyue Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all.
Yeah, you come second.
Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
The Shao Vorf and the other three are dead last.
All right then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long.
When Ping begins to construct the gift.
There we go. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness! Take these blueprints with you as well.
Thanks.
You'll need them.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot.
Hopefully it's not Yanfei,
she will explain everything you need to know about it.
I got the teapot! And the voice crack! This is great! Where's teapot menu? Oh, it'll show up in my inventory. Oh, it's placed in midair. Talking about Emerald Peak, Cool Isle. Island clusters surrounded by water. How many cups of tea can be brewed from this vast ocean? Well, that's how a cloud-piercing mountain peak. That's how it looks. For being inside teapot, all the highest mountain probably is no higher than the stalk of a tea leaf. Island clusters suspended in midair, a typical feature of many adapter realms. Typical feature of many adapter realms. That's a cluster of islands. Which one should I take? I'm not sure if I can change it later. So that might be my death sentence. Who knows? For adventures of warriors or weaponless one? Yes, I know. Here we go for strafe. Compare.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house, huh? But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Could carve the whole house off this rock. Don't dig up bar to live in for now.
Hey! There's a perfectly good house right over it's so empty here apart from that house?
Because it is a goddamn pocket realm that was just created, Paimon. Nothing has been created inside said realm.
Wait a second. What?
This person.
Well, it seems that it's a huge finch.
It's a bird.
Excuse me, I am not a finch.
You
I
look
am
like
a
a
teapot
bird.
spirit, and you may call
You
me.
look very cute.
Hang on a moment.
I get to name you.
Oh, call me.
Never mind.
I suppose you may call me Tubby.
You certainly look the part.
So you're the little helper, Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm. Your journey may be far from over.
So I can
But at
spend
least
5
this
years
way,
offline,
you
which
will
I
not
won't.
want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
Not one.
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to explain this realm
Wait,
to
butler, not maid?
Have you any blueprints on you?
Yes.
Specifically, blueprints with... As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you... Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny had...
Yeah, let's yes.
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking
this
about.
This is the blueprint.
Go on. Open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary... Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
It actually made sense of just being the
Is that
Sims.
all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't? I doubt it.
Yeah.
A golden-eyed adeptus, he said that even though subspace creation is a this world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely. A golden-eyed adeptus? I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again. Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around.
Golden-eyed
Best you get accustomed to this realm.
Will it be your ex-lapis? Don't think so. That would be very memorable.
If there's anything you would like to ask, just look
for me. They show ether. Are you serious? They show fucking ether. Last time I checked, I'm Lumine. I am pretty certain I know how it works. Idle people, talk to Tubby. Alright, question. What's up? You're not going to ask me for something again? I asked you to come here so I could give you a little gift. I do not know if I told you that these abodes are private space created by the Adepti for themselves. Meaning that you cannot draw dicks in this or you might get banned. I heard about something like that at least. So it's purity and avoid being disturbed of... yeah. Used to invite Adepti will create a realm dispatch for those who wish to invite into the abode. The realm dispatch bears signatures of the abode's adeptal MJ and file of the adeptus themselves. As such, anyone with this dispatch can enter or exit the abode freely. For this abode was in an incomplete embryonic state. Those whom you invite into it would only have been able to exit and enter together with you rather than remain for long periods. But now, while take this realm dispatch I have created for you, hold it in your hand tightly. If I need some aid, which I do need. Oh, you need only hold this dispatch. I will draw some your energy out and into it. Ah yes, I heard, man, that you made friends in many great many places. Such I think dispatch each one of them, we would be here making dispatch for a long time. Such I made some of dispatch. Do is tap the palm of the person you'd like to invite lightly with the dispatch, and your energy will remain open alone when you enter and leave your realm with ease. Huh, it sounds like marketing, isn't it? Huh, what of sort, but why did you have to put it so early? Well, here's the realm dispatch. Go forth and invite whoever you wish. I know who I shall invite. Miriam and Teus. If I can. For some reason it can't hurt. For some reason it kinda hurts. You know? That's not really animal. Okay. Achievements. A realm beyond 0-1. Something to enter your realm. Set the two results. Travelers, please show low. Create a healthy game. Please reading. I will read it. So government or religion, the bullying or insult of any travelers, groups of travelers, and other conduct or behavior that violates terms of service. Okay, we may have to restrict your use of the game sets if you do not follow these rules. This may include suspension restrictions or permanent ban on the usage in it via pod, forced disconnection, login suspension, or account forfeiture.
Surely I should be due
At the
a
same
growth
time,
spurt
you are
by now.
welcome to use the report function to send feedback to us should you encounter aforementioned situations. Except, I can do my own stuff. I have a little house. Wait, people? What? Oh. Save changes. I can only have a certain amount of the characters around, but where was Sailor? Placed her down, so where is she? I think I placed her down some. Oh, there she is. She's behind the house. Hey, Aloy!
Hey there. I sure get to see a whole lot of new things traveling with you.
Yeah, we're inside a fucking teapot.
I gotta say, I'd love to watch Silence try and wrap his head around this, teapot of yours.
Oh yeah, Silence, I remember him. But it's not... How'd you like it here?
If you're asking whether it's a comfortable place to stay, I mean, sure. Of course it is.
Yeah, it doesn't rain and snow all the time.
But, I couldn't really see myself living here for the long term. Sorry.
You want to go on a
Yes. Don't get me wrong, this is a nice place, but I need to get out. If I stick around here too long, my bowstring's gonna snap. Next time we head out, I want you to give me the full story on these ruin guards I hear you talking about. They sound like my kind of prey. Aim for the glowing part, right?
Yeah.
That, plus after you defeat them, you can salvage their components.
Oh, prospects to horizon. Pew 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 pew.
Strange components, sure, and probably not the kind I could use to
Yeah.
modify my gear. Still, they've got to have their uses, I guess.
Well, for now, we'll remove Aloy. How do I get rid of Aloy? Well, look around. Details. Okay. Adaptable energy is so the game does not crash because it's so overfilled with stuff. Okay, we have this at least. Can rotate it. Oh, I can rotate myself as well. Okay. I can pan the camera using the buttons. But I think that's a smithy. Is this a smithy? Is it really a smithy? Are you sure, Roman, it's not something else? Well, now we definitely do not know if it's smithy or not. We can place it. And I will place it. Wait, that's the back of the house. Meaning I want it over here where I enter. I would like it to be like pretty much right there. And the thing that's for some reason all I have. Wait, innocent villager style monster? Anyway? Okay. Save changes. I'm on the backside right now. And I see, yeah, I can have my own forge here. Wait, can't you like fish in this? Aren't you like supposed to fish somewhere here? Be able to fish somewhere. That's the Adventurer's Handbook. Humans. Invite the companion to move in 10 interactions with your companion. 5 sides. You see 5 gifts from your companions. Okay. Honor guest of the realm. Events, here we go.
Seems like I should have just...
I guess why it's already completed. But... helped in human visualize complete chances during when reach a complete rate to escape. Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with Serenity Spot? Lunar Leviathan? Okay. Why did I go into Wish? Because I know I don't have enough for stuff. Okay, Battle Pass level increased. So now a whole lot of interesting stuff here for people to watch, but it's fun for me. Especially since I like playing The Sims. Mainly to build stuff like that. Wait, can I set up my own alchemy table here now? And I have another Pharaoh's Shadow.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
That one is attack. That one's elemental mastery. And I always set things on fire while I use Sayu. It was not a pyro, but I still set things on fire with her. She has a great sword, so I'll let her keep the club. What were you using? They said to be equal. How much friendship level do you have with her now? 4? Okay. Now we need Magu Kenki stuff and Inazuma Crystal Marrow. God damn it. Fire level. Okay. Sorry, could you shut up for a moment? Something? I don't know. Could you? Friends.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
I could, request to visit Eternity a pot. Yes, because he definitely has a teapot. Oh my god, well, so it's already free, but it's pretty much as soon as I can get it, like around 30. Obviously, he, a level 6, will have it. Something fun, okay. Do we have any new stuff in our inventory? Blueprint-wise, I mean. We do? And what about the blueprints I got before this?
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
One. Open air workshop. Skyward the sword will have a few of.
Yeah.
R5 isn't that great actually. Increase attack and movement speed. That one is kinda good if you if you're fighting regular enemies. I think that one would be good.
Seems like I should have just stayed in
level
bed
R5.
today.
Wait, no, I need to create the stuff as well. That's why I don't have anything. Hello, Tubby.
Maybe you're not used to the place at the moment, but once you've materialized...
First rank. Rank starting. Spear area. What? Max realm bounty stored increased to 50. Max version creation queue increased to 1. Okay. What? Vial of adaptable speed. Multi-arch monster building. Primer gems! Hooray! Great furnishing. Okay, here we go. I can create furniture. Red dye? How do I get red dye and fabric? I know how to get wood, I just have to get the wood. From mainland, Acacia. The adventurer's burdens. Need fabric. Oh yeah, I've Bennett now as well. Okay, so this is how I get the different dye stuff. Perfect, it's right here. Oh, one silk flower gives me 10 fabric. That's just wonderful. And 1 equals 1 for that one. Oh, I can use valberries, carrots as well. Okay. Okay, I gotcha. And I can use wolf hook, which I will find a wolf in them. Or mint, which I can find every fucking where. I pick it up when I'm moving between quests. So you see which one I'm not going to use, obviously. I'm not going to use the one I find everywhere. Creation time 4 hours? Did it say 4 hours? Switch realms time? Okay, so I can switch realms. No? I could if I had a higher rank, okay. Realm depot. I'm changing. Okay, so I can exchange for stuff. Browsing blueprints. Riches of the realm. Subspace waypoint. Subspace. Use this waypoint in your realm. This kind of space and will not lose function over time. However, Tabi says for putting too many of these might further double engine the realm into this array, which can cause her massive insomnia. She gets insomnia, the following things can happen. Buildings can end up in wrong places. Trees might go flying into the sky. The mountains and stones may twist and turn. Either way, it's best that you not put too many waypoints in your teapot. Not more than 10, perhaps. Wait. I can wear my own goddamn garden? Huh. Interesting. Tell me about
When breaking new ground, laying foundation, I'll teach you more about this.
Okay, I got Vial of a Devil's Spoon. And I almost forgot if I got Bennett. If I hadn't seen him there, I'd completely forgotten about it. Character. What do I want to give you? I'll just read up on its news to see. Fantastic Voyage. The Hulk. The amount of HP restored. Scales of Bennett's max HP. If the half area is high, that is based on Bennett's base attack. And these within the area with Pyro.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
And the area with Pyro. Okay. We can all use passion overload. Hold on. No. Fear not. By 20%. Oh, 20% should be safe. When dispatched on expedition, the monster time to soon is reduced by 25%. Fear not. Within the area created by Fantastic Voyage, Passion Overload takes on the following effects. Cooldown is reduced by 50%. That will not be launched by the effects of Charge Level 2. Hold short. Will charge up, resulting in different effects. Okay. So I want to build them with max HP and attack. Elemental Master would also work, but I won't go specifically for it. If I have some good instructor pieces, I might give it to him. But I don't know that.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed.
Energy recharge I want to give him because I want his ult ready all the time as well. The Bard's Elevator. Adventurer. Adventurer's Trope. That one is Wanderer's Trope. Never mind, Wanderer's Trope. I only have that one. Okay. So that's a no-go if I want the two pieces
Surely I should
want.
be due a growth spurt by now.
Prayers to springtime. Oh. Braveheart. Fortitude of the Brave. That one would be good if I had more pieces to it. Martial Artist. And my current last out. I'm trying to get my Bennett. Lucky Dog. That's not going to be great for him. With more research and traveling doctors, all feather, healing with 1%. That's if you want to heal. Exile, I don't have that many feathers for. Energy recharge, okay. All armor excluding the wear. That would take up 4 slots, which means I can't use others effects to get it. Okay, that one's the greatest for him.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
Energy recharge. Crit damage. Those are being used. Do I have any pyro goblets? No. Pyro damage bonus. All. I do have pyro damage bonus, but it's currently being used by Zhongli and Amber. So no pyro bonus for you, Bennett. Scholar's lens. That looks like these goggles, but this one. Okay. Excel's feather. Could you shut up for 5 seconds, liyue? Could you send Buzz flat defense as well? That one's really good, actually. I'll take that one. Now for some HP, perhaps? And attack. That's a bad set. Instructors, I suppose would be good.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt
Physical damage bonus. Physical bonus sounds interesting, I suppose. These are ones I haven't done to throw away yet. Attack increase. Lamine has both those pieces. Guess I could take that one then?
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
And that, and for this I take exile. I have a lot of exiles I haven't gotten to use yet. That one's really good, actually. Defense percentage is not great for Bennett specifically, but it's still good overall. Especially better than that one, but that's crit damage. But that one also has crit damage. So it doesn't really matter. That one has elemental mastery, crit damage, crit rate. I'll feed the more flat attack into this. Okay, that's half a level. That one. If you watch this far, you're welcome to click away for the moment or just skip ahead if this isn't interesting to you, which probably isn't.
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
That's HP and crit damage, but it also has flat HP. Screw it. Not that many good ones. That one has very good attack damage bonus. That one's just overall great, except for flat defense.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
You make me yawn, god damn it, stop, girl. Stop. Just stop being tired, okay? Go sleep. That one's good. With and crit damage. That was bad. That one's not too. Oh, no man. You get to live for now. And fly attack!
Seems like I should have just stayed in
fucking raid. That was useless. That was fun. HP. That was just useless except for Elemental Master, which is pretty good. But now we buffed up Bennett a lot.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Oh. Or not.
This make is like the worst.
Let's go find some treasure. No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go. Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. It always rains when I go on an adventure. Don't stand too close to me, or you might get hit by lightning too. Weather is not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's bound to rain. Careful. In this kind of wind, it's easy to get hit in the head by flying rocks. Morning. Where's the adventure at today? I brought a sandwich. You want some? I'll give you half. Phew. Sorry. Nearly choked to death there.
The fact that he survived this far is astonishing.
Surely I should be due a growth
Sayu.
Get out of here!
Pressing play, but nothing happens.
Huh? Take cover! Out of the way!
Let's learn.
Everybody stand back! I'm going in! Teamwork is dreamwork! Adventure time! Off we go! Shoot, I can't afford any more bandages. Don't worry, I got this. I always bounce back. Just watch me. Benny's adventure team. I have failed. This is just my luck. Couldn't break the curse. Didn't see that coming. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Why do they never miss? You want me on your team? I won't hold you back. Much. Gonna be epic.
You have such horrible luck. Initially the team making this new requirement for his team was set up to promote mutual support and prevent accidents. So Ben, who is only regular member, has Bennett himself. Lack of teamers essentially has everything to do with Ben's infamous bad luck. Or being the past adventurer he is, Ben's never feels lonely. Although maybe once or twice sometimes. Poor Bennett. What's the calculation look like? A coin? Okay.
Seems like I should have just.
Fire Vengeance Media. All ranged characters, all melee characters, get a fucking Pyro Buzz if you can't do physical sets with Bennett anymore. That's why I will never C6 my Bennett. I like my physical damage. As well as my Animo infused Animo, but that is completely different.
So I don't do any important. As the eldest daughter of the Kamisato clan, sometimes when I'm taking a rest up in a, he's got a vision every time. Herc. Doesn't ring a bell, huh? Alright, fine. I'll tell.
Also, we guys for the house. Wow, there's so much in this house. Companion. Can't place a companion here. Well, indoors. How about I place Noel like down here?
What's the hurry?
It's like she welcomes me. Suppose. Companion. Save changes. Hey Noel!
Hello. I'm so happy to see you again. Can I do anything for you? I'm at...
How do you like it here?
I love the atmosphere here, as I'm sure you'd expect.
Yeah, it's a mansion.
The exterior is spacious and very pleasant, and the interior is exquisitely decorated. I do believe it's the finest estate I've ever seen. The only problem is... compared to Mondstadt, there's far too little here for a maid to do. It feels a little too relaxing.
I'm thinking about letting her go back to Mondstadt. Good to see you again. Thank you.
Hello. Can I do anything for you?
How do you like it?
I love the atmosphere here. The exterior is... I do believe it's the fine... The only problem is... compared to Mondstadt, it feels a little too...
Seems sad that there's nothing to do. But I think I might call it a day today. Look at my little camera square right now. Oh my god, this is white. For some reason, it's just all white all of a sudden. Also got a notification of a stream fade I got 1 hour ago. Oh, I get stuff. Round currency, construct for free furnishing, reach, trust rank 2. You can get tea talk, festival market, booklover city, stuff and love, interesting stuff. Reclamation, spend 500,000 more, I think it said.
Maybe you're not...
Money!
If you ever have any questions about... Maybe you're not...
I assume I do not have said items, I need to create them. No? Okay. Huh. Okay, so I seem as
if you ever have
I have gotten... Wait, never mind, I need to actually go into my inventory and use said items. Huh. What is this for? Will immediately complete the Frenching. Oh. That's what it does. 1 o'clock.
Maybe you're not...
I'm used to this by now. Yeah, now I have used to it. Mail indoor stuff and a house. For a reason I have a house. Profitable food stand, because why not? Why wouldn't we have a food stand that gives you some random person money? Also, the fuck that takes guest speed up? 4 hours? No, it makes the guest makes it faster. Okay. Aloy is not the greatest with these kind of things. I can assure you. Also, why did the game just decide to give everything to Kaya forever? I'm not sure why.
If you ever have any questions...
There is something over there. There's the person from my part. Can I get down here?
Cool it!
Oh, fuck off, Harman. Oh, she has to stop doing that.
Drop. Ha.
You mean a later is in never?
Starball!
Huh. They're not those two were the same thing. Can I go and admire my own work? Can I glide then? Doesn't seem like it lets me glide. Okay. Well, I'll call it a day. See you next time. Peace.